In their tens of thousands, they streamed into the square in front of Seoul's National Assembly to watch the swearing-in of their first female president. While Park Geun-Hye was still on her way from home in the southern suburb of Gangnam, the man who made it globally famous was on stage. But the bigger applause was reserved for the new president, who formally took the oath of office. Park Geun-Hye has been part of South Korean public life for most of her own, as the daughter of the late military dictator Park Chung-hee. She acted as First Lady after her mother was killed in 1974 by an assassin targeting her father. He himself was killed by his security chief 5 years later. His rule marked a period of dizzying economic growth and grim political repression. In her inaugural speech, she laid out the kind of country she wanted to help build in her 5-year term.
Let us all work together towards a new era of happiness and hope, so that we can all become partners in another miracle or a new chapter in the miracle on the Han River.
It was a reference to the central platform in her campaign to ensure that a wider section of society benefited from South Korea's miraculous economic rise. She also called on North Korea to abandon its nuclear weapons, but promised to chart a new path in relations with Pyongyang.
Trust can be built through dialogue and by honoring promises that have already been made. It is my hope that North Korea will abide by international norms and make the right choice so that the trust-building process on the Korean peninsula can move forward.
Park Geun-Hye campaigned on engaging with North Korea, and the recent rocket launch and nuclear test notwithstanding, she reaffirmed that desire today. The question is what the specifics of that policy will be and how Pyongyang will react. North Korea's state media chose to show scientists and engineers behind the country's nuclear program being congratulated by senior government figures. Since the nuclear test, Pyongyang has already promised a second and third measure of greater intensity. Engagement anytime soon will be tough. There's some skepticism, too, about her ability to fulfill her promise to democratise South Korea's economy. Some welfare pledges have already been scaled back. Her official policy documents scant on detail about tackling the power of corporate giants. She has, though, nurtured a reputation as someone who keeps her promises, and as she enters the presidential palace, the Blue House, her childhood home, she has the opportunity to try. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.